I believe that our favorite poems, songs, and literature reveal a part of ourselves that is oftentimes hidden. They are windows into our soul, letting us view the rawest forms of ourselves. My name is Estefania Diaz, and I am a student majoring in political science and Chicano Latino studies. I am the child of immigrants. This poem is called Broken English by Rupi Kaur. I think about the way my father pulled the family out of poverty without knowing what a vowel was, and my mother raised children without being able to construct a perfect sentence in English, a discombobulated couple that landed in the New World. One mother tongue that was broken now, one swollen belly with a baby inside, a father worried about jobs and rent because no matter what, baby was coming. And they thought to themselves for a split second, was it worth it to put all this money into the dream of a country that is swallowing us whole? He wants to give her a home in a country that looks at her with the word visitor wrapped around its tongue. They turned a suitcase full of clothes into a life and regular paychecks to make sure that the children of immigrants wouldn't hate them for being the children of immigrants. They work too hard, you can tell by their hands. Their eyes are begging for sleep, but our mouths were begging to be fed. And that is the most artistic thing I have ever seen. So how dare you mock your mother when she opens her mouth and broken English spills out. Her accent is thick like honey. Hold it with your life. It is the only thing she has left of home. Don't stomp on that richness. Instead, hang it on the walls of museums next to Dali and Van Gogh. Her life is brilliant and tragic. Kiss the side of her tender cheek. She already knows what it sounds like to have an entire nation laugh when she speaks. She is more than our punctuation and language. We might be able to take pictures and write stories, but she made an entire world for herself. How is that for art? I wanted to be a lawyer for as long as I can remember. Though, before I worked as a legal intern, I knew not a soul within the legal profession. My first internship came the summer after my freshman year. I interned at the state's attorney's office in Cook County, which is in Chicago, in the felony division. In this role, I did post-conviction work on homicide cases and attended court daily. It was within the state's attorney's office that I first compiled discovery for cases, including rap sheets, police reports, and police footage. This internship solidified my love for law, and specifically litigation inside of the courtroom. A Chicago courtroom is a special breed. While they are some of the most beautiful courtrooms I have ever seen, they also serve those who have been charged with some of the most heinous crimes in history. During the spring semester of my sophomore year, I traveled to Washington, D.C. for a semester-long internship with the Wisconsin-Madison program. Here, I interned 32 hours a week while still maintaining full-time student status. At just 20, through the program, I became an intern at the White House. I will never forget working through the last 2 weeks of the Obama administration and the first 100 days of the Trump administration. Specifically, I worked at the United States Trade Representative Office of the Western Hemisphere. Walking into work at the White House every day was an absolute dream, one that I'm not sure I'll ever have the words to describe. The summer after my junior year, this past summer, I returned to Cook County as an intern for the Public Defender's Office. Once again, I found myself attending court daily and loving every second of it. However, this time, I was working for the defense. Interning for the Public Defender's Office allowed me to see cases and the criminal justice system from a different angle. Since I had previous experience in the county, I was allowed to work directly with clients. I often explained the logistics of the case to the defendant, including explaining all of the evidence the state had collected against them. Then, I presented the defendant with all of the options my office could provide, including taking a plea for a reduced sentence or requesting a trial before a judge or jury. This internship deepened my substantive understanding of the law and legal process. It would be impossible to tell you my story without acknowledging the great feats my parents undertook so that I can be here with you now and where I am today. My father's education only took him to the 4th grade in Mexico. My grandmother couldn't make ends meet by herself. My father was the eldest son, and responsibility fell on him at the age of 10. He had no flooring, internal bathroom, nor central air system. At 11, my father immigrated to the U.S. At 11, my father worked 15 plus hours a week to make ends meet. My parents worked hard so that one day their children would say that they are proud of them. My father married my beautiful mother at 24, and both promised each other that their children would have the opportunities they were never able to achieve. I tell of my family's struggles because when life gets hard, they are the reason I keep pushing. My parents dedicated their lives so that I could dream, and now it is time to show them that their efforts have not gone unnoticed or underappreciated. I'm currently applying to law school, and I hope to begin next fall. Finally, I would like to thank my parents. You have made me into the woman I am today. You believed that education would open doors for me. Every accomplishment I achieve is not mine to celebrate, it is ours. I hope I can continue to make you proud in all that I do. I'm so proud to say I'm the daughter of immigrants. Thank you.